Welcome everyone back to our program. Following the themes of Vietnam Actuarial Conference 2023 events is the next topic revolving around elevating insurance risk assessment, particularly with the application of machine learning in underwriting and insurance risk prediction.
And please welcome on the stage Mr. Jia Hao, Manager of Data Science from Pacific Library Asia, to share the insight on the topic.
Please join me, give a big round of applause to welcome Mr. Jia Hao.
Testing. Hello, good afternoon everyone. Thank you for joining our discussion today on using machine learning model to predict insurance risk. It sounds a bit complicated, but trust me, it's easier to understand than the latest memes on the internet. Today, we stand on the edge of a new era of actuarial science, where emerging technologies and new data sources are beginning to redefine our way of risk prediction. As actuaries, we understand the importance of accurate risk prediction, especially for maintaining the financial stabilities of the insurance company and ensuring fair pricing for our policyholders. We have traditionally relied on some statistical techniques to analyze risk, and they have served us pretty well. But hey, the world is changing fast, and all the new technologies and data sources are calling us to try something new. Therefore, in today's discussion, we'll explore the world of machine learning, and we'll see how this powerful technique can help to make our insurance industry better. Before we dive in, let's take a quick look on our agenda today. We'll first begin with a brief introduction about machine learning. Then, we'll look into two real-world examples of how machine learning can be applied in the insurance industry. Our first use case is about predictive underwriting, which will explore how machine learning can help to streamline our underwriting process. Following that, in the second use case, we'll explore an application of machine learning for mortality analysis and prediction, which is something more relevant to the work we do as actuaries. In the last part, we'll wrap up our discussion by discussing the implications and opportunities that these advancements have brought to our beloved insurance industry. Sorry, the button doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, so without further ado, let's start our discussion today. In the first session, we'll give a brief introduction about machine learning. So what is machine learning? Here is one definition that I personally like about. Machine learning is actually a subset of the big family of AI, and it is all about using algorithms to learn patterns from the data, and then use those patterns to make prediction. To simplify it, you can think of it as how we humans learn from our experience. For example, when we see dark clouds in the sky, we know that it might rain soon based on our past observation. Machine learning does something similar, but instead of using intuition, it uses mathematical algorithms to learn from data, which we'll see how this works in more details later. Also, you might be wondering why machine learning is so powerful and why should we start considering to apply it in our insurance industry? Here are some of the reasons. To begin with, just like many other industries, our insurance industry has also experienced a data explosion in this digital era. For example, the advance in health system and underwriting rule engine have provided us with electronic health record and underwriting data like never before. These data sets are usually high-dimensional and very complex, and our traditional methods often struggle to handle them effectively. Machine learning, on the other hand, is very effective at analyzing this data set and making it a very powerful tool for comprehensive analysis. Furthermore, together with high-dimensional data, machine learning allows for a more personalized approach in risk assessment. As we'll see later, this opens the door for a more customized solution that better fits with the customer needs and risk profile. Last but not least, machine learning can also help to support our decision making by providing us with insights and recommendations based on what it has learned from the data. This can help to improve the efficiency of some operational process in the insurance industry, including sales and marketing, underwriting and claim management, and etc. Talking about this, let's look into some of the real-world examples. Our first use case is about predictive underwriting. As we all know, underwriting is the first and critical layer of defense in our life insurance industry. However, sometimes dedicating extensive resource to manual underwriting can be challenging, especially when there is a huge number of insurance applications. Today, we would like to share about a real project that I had the privilege to work on in the past. For background, our client is actually one of the largest life insurance companies in their countries, and they have already implemented a very robust underwriting rule engine which helped to straight through process more than half of their insurance application. However, there is still a significant portion of their application require manual underwriting based on the underwriting rules set by the company. Also, as you can see from the graph here, the number of insurance applications is still rapidly increasing each year because of business growth. This has created multiple challenges, especially to the underwriters. You can imagine that if the underwriting team does not grow at the same scale, it may cause overwhelming workloads to the underwriters together with many other negative effects. Also, these issues made us to think about a question on resource allocation. Like, should the underwriters spend the same level of efforts to all cases? Or is there a way to help allocating more resources to the underwriting of more complex cases? All these challenges together have emphasized the need for us to reconsider our approach in traditional underwriting. The good news is that with the advance in technology, machine learning turned out to be a potential solution to help addressing these challenges. And that's what we'll explore in this section today. Before we go into the details, let me give a high-level overview of underwriting process in our life insurance industry. Typically, when an insurance application is submitted, it will go through an initial assessment by the underwriting rule engine. At this stage, some of the applicants may get a direct decision, like a standard offer or a declination. However, there will also be a group of applicants with specific complication that the rule engine may refer them to the underwriters for manual underwriting. The underwriter will then decide if the applicant is a standard or substandard life. At the bottom, we show how a machine learning model can be embedded into the process. Basically, we can deploy a machine learning model to predict the underwriting decision of these applicants before they are reviewed by the underwriters. The main idea here is that for those applicants who receive a very good score from the model, they can then directly be offered with standard issuance without further need of manual underwriting. On the other hand, for those applicants who do not receive a very good score from the model, they will still need to go through the manual underwriting by the underwriter to reach an underwriting decision. This part is the same as the original process. However, the number of cases for manual underwriting has already been reduced thanks to the machine learning model. Now let's look into the details of the model that perform the task. As discussed earlier, the primary objective of the model is to predict the underwriting outcome of these applicants before they are reviewed by the underwriters. Depending on the use cases, the targeted applicants are usually those applicants that require manual underwriting. For these applicants, the target of the model is to predict their underwriting decision that will be made by the underwriter, which will generally fall into either standard or substandard category. Again, depending on the use cases, the definition of substandard can be when the applicant get any of the loading, exclusion, or declination from the underwriter. Conversely, standard is when none of these conditions apply. Furthermore, we usually need to train different models for the underwriting of different benefits, like life, CI, TBD, or MEDEX, due to the different nature in their underwriting. Also, the model will require specific information for it to make prediction. Basically, it will rely on all the available information provided in the submitted application, including demographics, policy information, and declarations. For some use cases that involve existing customer, it is also common for us to include their history records, like their claim and underwriting record in the past for the model to learn, just like how a human underwriter will assess an individual. Finally, with all this information, the model can then predict the likelihood of each applicant to receive a standard outcome, ranging from 0 to 100%. This likelihood can then be translated into underwriting decision by setting a threshold, such that those applicants with likelihood higher than this threshold can then directly be offered with standard issuance without further need of manual underwriting. Setting the value of this threshold is fully flexible, and it depends on the risk appetite of the company, which we won't go into further details today. In overall, this concept of predictive underwriting has started to gain popularity in the insurance industry, and here are some of the reasons. Firstly, predictive underwriting can help to improve the straight-through processing, or STP rate, by reducing the number of cases for manual underwriting, which can help to reduce the workloads of the underwriter. Furthermore, a higher STP rate can contribute to higher sales and policy take-up rate. This is because a lower waiting time can help to improve customer satisfaction and reduce their chances of dropping out during the application process. Last but not least, it is also worth mentioning that those applications that are straight-through processed by the machine learning model are typically the straightforward cases. This means that the machine learning model can actually help the underwriters in triaging their cases and allowing them to allocate more of their time to the underwriting of more complex cases, therefore resulting in better resource allocation. Now we'll move on to our second use case, which is to use machine learning for mortality analysis and prediction. As actuaries, we have been mainly focusing on only a few factors like age, gender, for the pricing and valuation purposes of our insurance product. However, in this digital era, we have the chance of getting more information about the individuals. And it is worth for us to start exploring if we can incorporate all this new information to achieve a more granular and comprehensive risk assessment. To illustrate this, we would like to share about a mortality analysis that we have done by using machine learning model on a very powerful data set. The data set is actually a population data that contains a variety of information about the individuals, which we can see them in a few categories. The first category is demographics, which cover basic personal details like age, gender, smoking status, and etc. Then, we also have the health assessment information of the individual. This includes basic clinical measurements like BMI and blood pressure, as well as laboratory results such as those biomarkers that are collected from the blood and urine sample of the individual, like blood cholesterol, blood sugar, and etc. This type of information is now more accessible to us than in the past because of electronic health record. Also, the factors so far are pretty standard for health-related analysis. But now we have our third category, wearable technologies. In this dataset, some of the individuals were also asked to wear a physical activity monitor. You can think of it as a device like Fitbit or Apple Watch, which mainly recorded down their number of steps taken and sleep duration per day. This type of information is relatively new to our industry, but started to be used in some wellness products in some markets. Lastly, and most importantly, the dataset also has the mortality information of the individuals. This information allows us to do a mortality analysis, and to do that, we have trained a machine learning model on this dataset, which can help us to better understand how all these variables, like demographics, health assessment, and wearable technologies, link to the person mortality. Now let's look into some of the interesting findings from our mortality model. There has been a hot topic of discussion about how much activity engagement matters for our health, especially when compared to the traditional factors. In this mortality model, one of the factors we included is called average number of steps taken per day, which is clearly a measure for physical activity level. And guess what we found? From the variable importance, other than age factor, this number of step factor turned out to be the most important factor in explaining our mortality experience. You can see that it beats all the traditional factors that we have included in our model, including BMI, blood pressure, and even smoking status, which all of these have been commonly used in our life insurance industry. The graph on the right also shows with some useful information. We can see that there will be a steep increase in mortality rate when the number of steps is lower than around 7,500 per day. These results have shown us that physical activity engagement is indeed very important in promoting our health and longevity. Also, with this dataset, we can do some analysis on traditional factors as well. Here, we show a sample interaction between age and BMI. These two graphs are basically the same, just that one of them is a 3D plot and the other is a contour plot. The x-axis here represents the age factor, y-axis represents the BMI factor, and the z-axis, or the color intensity, represents the multiplier in mortality rate. From this graph, we can observe how the effect of BMI changes across the ages. At younger ages, the high BMI is the primary concern. That is what we all know. However, as we grow older, we can see that the high BMI becomes less of a concern, while low BMI start to have higher effect on mortality rate. We won't go into further details on the medical concept behind this, but these modeling results can actually help us to refine our underwriting guidelines, like determining the appropriate loadings for policyholders that are overweight in different age groups. So these are some of the high-level findings from our mortality model. Now, we will shift our focus back to the real-world application by demonstrating a sample tool that we have developed. The sample tool is simply called Mortality Risk Calculator. You can think of it as a fancy health checkup, but instead of going to doctor, we have an AI model to do the evaluation. And since this app requires us to switch to another program, we have actually pre-recorded for this part to ease the logistic. Therefore, I will be sharing a video now.
Now, let me walk you through the user interface of this mortality risk calculator. There are two main sections, input and output. The input sections can be further split into multiple categories, and we'll go through them one by one. First, we have product information. It is like choosing the sum assured and benefit term of a mortality lump sum product, and you will see why we need this information later. Next, we have personal details, which cover the basic information like age, gender, working status, and etc. Similar to the basics that you would find on the dating profile. Following this, we have lifestyle. These sections covers things like smoking status, alcohol behavior, and physical activity status, including the average number of steps that we mentioned earlier. Moving on, we have basic body examination, which cover traditional factors like BMI and blood pressure values. Then we also have laboratory results. Here we just show a few for illustration purposes, such as blood cholesterol, blood sugar, and etc. Last but not least, we have pre-existing conditions. Here we cover things like health and medical history, including hypertension, high blood cholesterol, diabetes, and many other kinds of declarations. After filling in all this input, we can then hit the submit button. Then within a second, the machine learning will generate the results, which we can view in the output section. In the output section, first we have the calculated premium. Based on the given product information earlier and the predicted mortality rate, we can calculate the personalized risk premium of the input person and compare it to the average of the pools, which are those individuals with the same age and gender with the input person in our database. We can think of this risk pool premium as how we do pricing today. Next, we have mortality prediction. Here we show the projected survival curve, the input person within the benefit term. Also, we can calculate the life expectancy of the person and compare it to the average. For example, if you were 50 but living like 41 years old, the model will let you know. Furthermore, we have a peer comparison. Here we show where the person ranks among the peers, which again are those individuals having the same age and gender with the input person. So this particular information is very useful because we can use this percentile information to stratify the individual into different risk groups and make different underwriting or even pricing decisions on them. Moving forward, we have attribution analysis. Here we use another model explainability method to break down the predicted mortality rate by each of the factors. The bottom bars here shows the average mortality rate from the peers, and the top bar shows the predicted mortality rate of the inputted person. In the middle, it shows how each of the factors contribute to the difference between the person and the average. Here the green bars represent the good factors that make the person to have lower mortality rate than the peers. Conversely, the red bars are the bad factors that cause a higher mortality rate than the peers. For this specific example, I have purposely set the input person to be a middle-aged male who is unmarried and a bit lack of exercise, and keeping all the other factors being okay. As you can see, the biggest red bar here is coming from the number of steps due to the lack of exercise. Interesting also, the second biggest red bar is coming from the fact that the individual is unmarried. Indeed, from our model, we do observe that the married individuals tend to have lower mortality rate than those remain single. It seems to be reasonable to me because having a spouse may make you to have overall better diet and do less unreasonable things that may increase your mortality risk. The strength of this attribution analysis is that it can estimate and quantify the impact brought by each of the individual factors. This becomes particularly important when we move on to our next section, recommendations. Based on the attribution analysis, we can select, let's say, the top 3 red factors and use them to generate recommendation for the individual. To illustrate, in this example, we can recommend the input person to increase their number of steps from the inputted value of 3,500 to 7,500 and get married and do some moderate activities. We can then calculate the improvement in mortality rate if all of these are achieved, and more importantly, we can also calculate the reduction in risk premium because of the improvement in mortality rate. Remember that including marriage here is actually just for a job. We don't actually recommend people to get into a relationship just to lower their mortality risk. Although our data does show that married individuals tend to live longer. I hope this simple demonstration has shown you the potential of such machine learning tool. For the insurance companies, this kind of tool may open the door for a more advanced risk assessment and granular policy pricing. For individuals, it can help to improve self-awareness by providing insights into their health and longevity, and potentially inspire some lifestyle changes to improve their health.
Okay, I hope you have enjoyed the video, and my apology, I think the screen is not quite clear, and yeah, I hope the slide will be shared to you later because there will be all the snapshots of all these slides in the slide. So if you are interested, yeah, you can look into the details in the slide later. Okay, I will carry on. So in the last part, we will explore the implications and opportunities that this advancement have brought to our insurance industry. The first is enhanced risk assessment. As illustrated in the use cases earlier, by using machine learning, we are looking at not just more accurate prediction, but also a more comprehensive view of risk, which can help us to have a better segmentation of risk profile. The second is personalized insurance product. This new advancement have opened the door for a more customized policy structure and premium. As actuaries, we should consider whether it is beneficial for us to move beyond our traditional approach and adopt a more precise and holistic view of risk by taking into account more risk factors of individual. Furthermore, there are also new opportunities for engagement with our customer. With these technologies, we have the chance to improve our customer interaction by providing them with additional values like health coaching and incentivize for healthier lifestyle. This not only can create a more engaged relationship with the customer, but could also manage the risk of the insurance company. However, with all this advancement, there comes the need for expertise and infrastructure. The increase in data and technology will demand for many things like more robust IT infrastructure, advanced data science skills, and stronger system to ensure data security, and etc. So that marks the end for my sharing today. I hope it gives you some new ideas on how we can potentially innovate and evolve within our insurance industry. Thank you for your attention, and feel free to let me know if you have any question. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all the sharing from Pacific Library, Mr. Chia Ho. So, now any question from everybody? All right, if not, we would like to invite Mr. Chia Ho, please remain on stage, and we would like to invite Mr. Masatoshi Edo, representative of the organizer, to come on stage once again to present the flower bouquet to our guest speaker today. Please give a big round of applause to give a big thank to Mr. Chia Ho from Pacific Library for your great information today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Masatoshi. All right, now ladies and gentlemen, let's refresh with an exciting Lucky Draw game. Here's your chance to win valuable prizes based on the lucky numbers you receive upon check-in. So please check your lucky number. We have 3 third prizes, 2 second prizes, and 1 special prize up. Stay tuned to find out the lucky 6 attendees today.
Everyone, have you had your lucky draw in your hand?
So you have the lucky draw on, right? All right.
Yes. And please be aware that each drawing calls out the number 3 times. 3 times only. And if your lucky draw is called, please bring it to the stage for verification. If it called more than 3 times with no response, we will draw another number to give the benefits to the next lucky numbers. Okay?
All right, now so the lucky draw drawing turn for the third prizes. The gift is a computer mouse. We have 3 third prizes.
And please welcome Mr. Nguyễn Đắc Khoa, Head of Capital and Actuarial Solutions of Prudential Vietnam, to go on the stage and come up to the stage and find out the 3 lucky number who got the third prize in the first draw.
So Mr. Hua, please. All right. So 3 computer mouse.
Are you ready?
All right, Mr.
Are you
Hua,
ready
please.
with your lucky
Could you please,
number on your
yeah,
hand?
turn around the lucky.
The first
box.
number is
All right. The first draw is.
140.
Let me keep for you.
140.
140. 140.
If your lucky number is called,
Please raise your hand.
bring
Please stand up and go to the stage with us. All right, congratulations for the first lucky winner today with the number 140. Congratulations. And the next third prizes belong to we have two draws. So
Okay, and the next number is 114.
114.
Who has 114 in your hand?
114, please. Oh, the same area. All right.
Okay.
114.
Yes, and let's find the last person, the last lucky person for the third prize. And the number is 180. 180.
180. 180.
Okay.
All right, congratulations. Please join us on stage.
We have
So let's
found
double check.
3 lucky
114,
numbers for the third prize.
140 and 180, right? Congratulations. Okay, so now we have 3 lucky winners with the third prize. And now Mr. Huao will present the prizes to our first 3 lucky winners. Please move to the center of the
Please move
stage.
to the center. Once again, congratulations on your lucky draw.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Okay, Mr. Hua, please remain. Mr. Hua, please remain to have it for the second prizes as well.
And
All right.
next is the drawing turn for the second prize. The gift
Alright.
is a Harman Kardon speaker.
Yeah, Harman Kardon speaker. Wow, very attractive and valuable prizes. So we have 2 second prizes, so 2 draws.
Yes, the first is 175.
175. Congratulations. All right.
On the first person, and now please
Congratulations.
find the next person for the second prize. The next is 352.
352, right? 352. 352. The biggest number so far, right? 352. First time. No. 352. The second time.
And 352 third time. And then find
All
the
right.
next person.
Cancel. Okay. Harman Kardon speaker. Wow.
Well, the number is 236.
236. 236. No. Okay, we will call out. 236. The first time. 236. Second time. And 236. Third time. All right. Once again, we try to find another draw.
It's difficult to find the next person for the second prize, right? Okay, the number is 98. 98.
98, right?
Do you have 98?
98. First time. No. 98. Second time. And 98 last time. All right. We'll try it.
Okay. 217.
217. No signal. 217. Do we have it? All right. Congratulations.
Finally, we can
217.
find him. And now, Mr. Khoa will represent the organizer to present
Wow.
to you.
So big prize. Hama Cotton Speaker, a very famous brand. Congratulations, please join me to give big round of applause.
Thank you
All right,
so much.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr.
Khoa.
Hua. Thank you. And now, the final and the biggest prize will be, what is it? The most special prize today. The special prize is an iPad Pro 11-inch, 256 gigabyte. Wow! Who's gonna be the luckiest person of tonight?
And I would like to invite Mr. Masatoshi Ero, appointed actuary of Prudential Vietnam, to come up on the stage to find out the winner of our special prize today.
Just one draw. The luckiest
One draw
person.
only. Focus, focus. Pay attention, please. Wow.
You wanna
The
sound out?
number is 2.
Not yet. 2.
2,
All right, let me see.
5.
Who have 2, 5, and another number? What? 3? Oh, 253. What else? 254. Okay, we have 4. What? 0, 7, 257, 258. Oh my gosh, let's double check. Which number?
Wow. Another 2, 5. Do you
And-
have another 2, 5?
6. All right. How about 250, 1, 2, right? We have
Do you
250.
Do you have a 2,
Okay.
5,
2,
2?
1, 252. So, the luckiest number of today is 252. Please stay calm. Please stay calm. 252. Do we have it? Please stand too. No one here. Oh my God.
God.
No one. Do we have 252 first time? No. 252 second time. And 252 for the last time. All right, cancel the draw.
Mr.
Okay.
Masatoshi, please help us to find
Oh my God, so
another.
nervous. I'm so nervous.
Oh my God. 3.
3. Who have 3?
3. Oh.
No one? 3,
Anyone?
0. 6. 5. 7. I
9.
cannot see. Just shout out. 9, 7, 6. We have already. What else? 4. 3. All right, 3.
And the luckiest person today is having the number 3, 0, 7.
Oh my God!
Please come to the stage for
The smart guy!
verification.
The smart guy with the mini game, right? Congratulations once again! Sorry? 3, 307. How about you have? Oh, I'm sorry, 307. I'm sorry, he has 306. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Okay.
307. 307. 307. Congratulations. Just keep it. Thank you. And I would like to invite Mr. Masato Siedo, appointing actuary, Prudential Vietnam, to present the iPad to our lucky winner of today. Congratulations. Thank you. And Mr. Edo, please remain on stage. All right.
And once again, congratulations to all the lucky attendees winning the prize today. But we believe the most valuable gift is the experience and knowledge we were shared, listened to, and learned together at the Vietnam Actuarial Conference 2023. And before concluding the program, we invite Mr. Masatoshi Edo, appointed actuary Prudential Vietnam Assurance, for a wrap-up speech. Welcome on the stage.
Did you enjoy? Can you hear? Okay. So I hope everyone could enjoy tonight, today for this remarkable event. And maybe before I forget, I should say thank you to all the sponsors to enable this event to happen. And all the sponsors, if you don't mind, please stand up and get applause. Okay, maybe not many sponsors are staying anymore. They have a schedule. And we had some several remarkable guests from the regulators, but they have a schedule and not anymore here. But you know, it was very grateful to have those people. And next thing is that you know, organizers, you know, from my company, the Prudential, all the people, you know, setups and you know, hosting, those things were done by organizers. Maybe you guys want to stand up? Organizers, where? Shy? Okay, maybe Prudential is a very humble company. Okay. Today, that we covered a lot of areas, and it's very remarkable. The main speech, other than the opening remarks, started from the customer. And next topic was about the bank assurance, but still mostly about the customers. Then touches about ESG. Not actuarial topics, in one sense. But this is the area we really need to think. Maybe actuaries, as a pure, studied perspective, people tend to think that people as a life assured, right? But we need a kind of view that those people are our customer, and that was really I believe that reinforced such a mindset. And later this afternoon, we covered advanced analytics and also machine learning. Yeah. So those things also add your flavor. So nothing gives you any answer itself, but gave you a hint of going forward. So from that perspective, that you can bring back those things you touched today, and maybe you can further proceed your professional career. And another thing, maybe more important was that I saw people are interacting, socializing, before getting in here. And that excitement, a little bit scared us, the organizers, because even if we call, nobody pays attention and stay outside and continue conversation. But that's a good indicator that you guys are trying to connect each other, and sometimes we view each other as a competitors, but we have a common agenda to tackle. So those are the very good things we experienced today. Now I don't want to make this piece so big, and so maybe last word is that safe trip back, and see you next year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Masatoshi, for your sharing today. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizer, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to all distinguished guest speaker and actuarial expert from various insurance companies in Vietnam and the region for attending the Vietnam Actuarial Conference 2023 today. We would like to spend a deep thanks to the guests and sponsor representatives, Insurance Supervisory Authority,
Insurance Association Vietnam,
RGA,
General Reinsurance,
Swiss Re,
Pacific Life Re,
Munich Re,
Score Re,
and SOA, and all life insurance companies in Vietnam market.
And we wish every success and all the best to all insurance companies in general, and especially to all actuarials. Here's to a robust growth in the upcoming era of the insurance industry in 2024.
Now, goodbye and hope to see you soon in the next Vietnam Actuarial Conference 2024. Thank you, goodbye, and see you again. All right, thank you so much once again for your attendance. We also provide you the free ticket for your vehicle parking. Please contact our organizer at the outside area for the free ticket vehicle parking. Thank you so much.
Once again, thank you so much and see you again.